Okay, this is a sped up sculpting session, final sculpting session for the skull. Uh, we brought it back into Sculptris from Mesh Mixer, and so you can see that I'm just kind of finessing it. I use the smooth tool quite a bit. I use crease on the corners, inverted crease that is. I'm flattening the bottom there. Um, yeah, just providing a little more definition, kind of getting rid of the seams where it appears as if it was built from spheres. Um, Basically, with the spheres, we have the structure of the skull, so everything is kind of in place, located properly. Um, so you use the draw tool to kind of fill in some gaps a little bit. Uh, put some edges or a little bit of detail in the teeth. I didn't go crazy with the teeth. Uh, I think this took about an hour and 8 minutes. So if you totaled all the real-time sculpting for this skull, it's definitely less than 3 hours. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.5 hours, which is pretty good. Um, Working with the spheres is a pretty solid way to get there, especially if you can uh, weld all the spheres together in Mesh Mixer. So I'll be doing a few more demos like this. I'll do a hand and a foot and a whole figure, probably a horse, definitely some cartoon characters, and you're definitely free to sculpt whatever way you want. This is just a technique. It's not one that I've ever used before, but I had a lot of fun with it. It might be something I'd like to keep doing. I think ZBrush uses this technique. I think a lot of the digital modeling does use spheres as a way to build up a form. I think the proper way to do it though is to use the spheres in a specific way to represent specific areas of form rather than just randomly create mass. To be honest with you, it helps if you know your subject a little bit. You can go through things a little bit quicker. Um, if you start from scratch with something that you don't really know, it might take you a little longer time to get through it. Um, but the spheres are movable, so you don't have to commit to anything. You can just kind of like figure it out as you go along. But it's definitely a pretty decent technique. Um, yeah, I actually did a little bit. I spent a few more minutes. I noticed on the final, when I edited this, the jaw was a little down, just a little bit low. So I brought the angle of the jaw up a little bit. Um, and I think I brought the teeth. I think I moved the teeth as well, a little bit after that. So after this, but this is okay. You get the idea. That grab tool moves things around. All right, that's it. See you in the next video.